interrupting others, but also speaking up and taking the opportunity.
Life in a world that keeps changing. Think that it's progress you're making. Copy and paste pretty
Hey guys,
faces.
what's up and welcome back to my channel. My name is Bolu Tife, but of course you can call me Tife. How are you all doing? Most of you guys are most of you guys have applied to the admission, which was like the joint admission, and it's over already, which was over yesterday. And you guys have been asking me questions about the exams, the interview, and all those kind of stuffs, and I promised to make a video about it, and here I am, because I can't keep repeating the same things over and over again. So first of all, I want to say, if you're new here on this channel, welcome and thank you for tuning in. And if you are a returning subscriber, hello. And yeah, I'm just gonna get straight into the video. So the first thing I'm just gonna say is, do not be afraid. You don't have to panic. You don't have to be afraid for anything. If your school is gonna take exam, they are gonna send you some materials to study for the exam, so you don't have to be afraid like, oh my god, what am I supposed to study, and all those kind of stuff. I would also like to mention that most schools and most even as the year goes by, their admission processes are different. All right, so I can't really like give you a concrete answer to will you guys write exam or what questions are going to be out during your exams. All right, all I'm just going to say is, if you're writing an exam, you are going to get materials on what to prepare for the exam. Okay, and I'm just gonna mention that mostly, I'm not saying definitely, all right, mostly if you are if you apply to bachelors, all right, you write exam. If you apply to masters, you mostly do interviews, and if you apply for nursing, you also do interviews, in most cases examinations and interview for nursing students. So bachelor's exam, master's interview, nursing interview, and exam. So luckily I have experience from these three application processes. Yeah, I've applied to be a nurse before. I don't know why I did that, but thank god I wasn't accepted. All right, so let's start from the nursing part. When I wrote my exam for nursing, it was 2016, so it was a while ago. Therefore you cannot use that to judge what is coming. All right, so I'm just going to say that this is just something you take by your left hand, not something you take by your right hand. Yeah, giving you guys proverbs tonight. Okay, so what I'm just saying is that during my time I had exams, and the exam was super simple. So, and according to what I've also heard, aside from my experience, nursing exam is always super simple. And even at that, I got materials to study basic mathematics, study this, study that, so you have something to run with. That's why I mentioned earlier that you don't have to be afraid. They're gonna give you materials, like, and like we call it in Nigeria, area of concentration. All right, so do not be afraid about that one. So the exam was super simple. It was like 3 + 5, 15 divided by 2, blah blah, all the simple stuff. Then came the interview. The interview was a group interview. If you are doing a group interview, I beg you, be sure to talk as much as you can. Be sure to speak up as much as you can. Don't talk nonsense. Talk something that say rather something that makes sense, but still speak up. If you do not know what they're talking about, ask questions. What do you mean by that? I do not understand. Can you expatiate? Just so that you are talking all the time. That's one of the things that they used to judge the score, just to see how people interact. You know, you guys are nurses, like your your communication skill is super important. All right, so just be able to speak up while not interrupting others, but also speaking up and taking the opportunity to talk. If you know what I mean, just speak up as much as you can. That is that for nursing. Now let's come to bachelors. When I applied to study bachelors here in Finland, they gave me series of material. I remember the material being so overwhelming that I was like, what am I supposed to study? all I'm trying to say is don't be afraid. It's going to be a lot. At least it was a lot. I don't know about now. Yes, I also wanted to say that when I came here, I didn't pay any school fees. So I'm guessing the exams, the interview and stuff might be harder than now that you guys are going to be paying school fees or even scholarships. Do you get what I mean? So wait for your email, wait for your exam invite to actually, proceed into conclusion on what you're gonna do. Okay, so continuation of my bachelor's exam. So the exam was the material I got was super overwhelming, but I had to study it all. And yes, the exam questions came from there almost exactly. It's like if you can cram, I'm not saying you should cram, but I'm just saying that if you can cram, you're good for that exam. Okay, because it was like copy and paste, but because it was a lot, it's not something you remember except you actually study it and understand it, if you know what I mean. And there's one thing that I want to mention that I think is important for everybody to learn, especially if you're from Nigeria or Ghana or this country that we really do not learn a lot of things that they learn over here. SWOT analysis. Learn what SWOT analysis is and learn the application of SWOT analysis. I've seen it time and time again. My bachelor's, my master's, the nursing, even in school, they keep asking you, what is SWOT analysis? How can you apply it? Use SWOT analysis to describe this and stuff like that. Learn what that is. That's just a tip, and it might not even come out of, you know what I mean? So yes. So now let's move on to masters. For masters, it was an interview, and there was two groups. All right, my group was a group of people that already had the bachelors from Finland, so we were quite different. And the question was mostly, do you want to move from Helsinki to Lappeenranta? Because I attend Lappeenranta University of Technology. So yeah, those questions were quite different. However, it's still not so different than the normal one. So if you're having interview questions, all I would say is that you should learn a lot about Finland. Learn a lot about Finland and about the town that you're going to study in. What's the degree? What's the weather like in Finland? How many people live in Finland? Like, what's the population? What's the currency? And all those stuff like that. It's important to know about Finland. What part of Europe is Finland in? Just general stuff about Finland. Just research about it for fun, okay? And yeah, that's it about the interview. And learning about your course. For example, if you apply to business management, when it comes to the interview, you mostly or necessarily do not have to learn about that course, because I remember during my interview it was mostly generic questions, trying to know my attitude to stuffs. You understand? I remember being also asked SWOT analysis, like what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, what are opportunities that you think you're gonna have studying this masters, and what do you think is gonna be your threats? You understand, those kind of thing. So that's what analysis is super important. Even if you understand the basics of SWOT analysis, you can use it to answer any question, which is gonna be good for you. All right. So that's it. In summary, do not be scared. If you're writing an exam, they are going to send you material. One, if you are doing group interview, remember, just speak up. Don't be quiet. Don't just sit down there and be like, no. Even when they don't give you time, take the time. Take it by force. However, do not interrupt people, because they're also looking at your communication skills and how you can communicate well with people and in a group. I think that is the essence of having group interview for nursing students. Okay. And yeah, if you're doing your individual interview, remember eye contact. Look at them. Yes, this is that. Eye contact is super important. And know what you be confident in what you're talking about. You might be saying trash. Seriously, I'm sure I had said trash sometimes, but be super confident. Just be like, yeah, I think this and this and this and this and this and this. You get what I'm trying to say? So like, yeah, it's just important to be confident, know a lot about Finland or even the town that you're going to study in, and you will be fine. Trust me, you're gonna be alright. So hopefully you get invited for the exam or interview, and I hope this little tips I've given you help you, because I'm just giving you from my experience. I can't really tell you what I've not experienced, and even when I researched, it's quite similar to my experience. So you're welcome, and see you in my next video. Be sure to subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Be sure to like this video and be sure to share it to your friends that applied as well. See you in my next video. Bye.
Yeah.